guys, so today's another fragrance video, and if you are a fan of fragrances, you can't miss this bottle. You can't not recognize it. This is Flower by Kenzo, the hero of our conversation today. Why did I pick this particular scent? Well, there's so many reasons. The biggest one of them being it's kind of one of my favorites. If you know about my fragrance taste, I really try out a very wide variety of fragrances. I do have my favorites though, and I am vocal about which ones they are. And certainly Flower by Kenzo is definitely one of my favorites. I've been wearing it for probably around 15 years. And this is definitely not my first bottle. There was a period of time where I was a little bit backing away from this scent, but I'm totally back, 100% on track with this perfume, and I can't wait to share my thoughts about it. This is an oldie but a goodie. It was produced initially in 2000, so it's nearly 20 years old at this point. And this is a perfect, very classic example of a floral powdery fragrance. And here, if you're a fan of violets, please try this one, because violets tend to be quite powdery, so you're probably a fan of powdery scents. Really, this is going to be your jam, because this is a lot of violets. A combination of sort of the top of the fragrance reminds me of this really nice innocent floral bouquet, but it's really not flowers. It's what flowers smell like in perfumes and in makeup products. There is this makeup quality to it, makeup bag quality, that I find extremely attractive. It's a very sophisticated twist on a floral, and it definitely is represented in Flower. Flower boasts of beautiful Parma violets in combination with quite a definite makeup-y rose. And lots and lots of powder. That powderiness comes in part from the florals and in part from a pretty thick vanillic base. That base is not gourmand in any way. So there are many different ways to play with vanilla, and what they did here, it really has nothing to do with food. It's a very flowery vanilla. It's a very sweet nectar kind of vanilla, and it serves as a really nice anchor to collect all the florals sort of together in a nice little neat vanillic package and anchor them down. Vanilla also has a little bit of a woody edge in this guy, so that cools the fragrance down a little bit. That's why I think this fragrance is actually quite good for every season, except for perhaps very warm summers. I do feel like it can be probably suffocating depending on your dosing in severe heat, because it would make the powdery scent extremely overpowering. However, in cooler weather, I think this is where this fragrance shines the most, because the sillage is a little bit closer to skin. It wears beautifully on different fabrics. If you're into wearing perfumes on fabrics, you certainly don't have to wear them on your body. It wears very beautifully on silk, on cashmere, on wool. Tried it on fur. It is truly a very versatile, easy scent to wear, but only if you like florals and only if you like powdery scents, because in essence it's a floral powdery scent. That's what it is. The vanilla here is very soft. It's very perfumey as well. This fragrance doesn't really have a lot of natural elements about it, but it reeks of sophistication. I think many people would be really pleased with this scent. I think because it's older, it's not as much on a radar for people, but if you do like florals and if you do like powdery scents, this is kind of a must-have. It's sort of an OG. You might think it's a has-been, but to me, I think this is really what powdery scents reference a lot of the time. In the last couple of decades, powdery scents that came out, really they do a nod to Kenzo Flower. It used to be extremely popular in its day, and it certainly still has a following. I think it's a beautiful masterpiece. I can't deny it. I think in terms of who would wear this scent, do I see a woman in my mind? How would I describe a woman who would be into this kind of scent? Of course, personal preference, plus the image that comes to me is really, it's a versatile scent. So any woman who has a romantic streak about her, and that's basically every woman. But here we have a very soft, wafty, makeup-y, feminine, romantic fragrance. Essentially, whenever you have rose, violet, vanilla combo, you're going to have romance. This can be a very intimate scent if worn for that purpose, as in if you wear it under the clothes, so the projection is very soft and close to the body, and the musks get a chance to sort of mix with your own skin chemistry and project this sexy little musky touch, which is here, but it won't come through as much if you're wearing it on clothing. Or if you want to do a sillage for the entire room kind of scent, then this one will build up to it. In 2 to 3 sprays, the sillage will be noticeable. In one spray, you can make it a very much a bedroom scent, very much of an intimate scent. So there's a lot of versatility in wearing this perfume. It's appropriate for work also because it does smell like expensive body care basically. Once it wears down from the extreme powder that you get at first. But I think that it's at its most beautiful when it's worn on bare skin and when it's warmed up for a little bit. So 30 minutes to an hour after application, that's I think when it shines. It has this beautiful quality that also Chanel No. 5 has, and those scents don't have anything in common in terms of, or of course they do have notes in common, but they're very different scents. What I'm talking about, this quality in a fragrance, when it wears down, it wears into a sexy bedroom or skin scent, and this perfume can certainly do that with time. Chanel No. 5 can do that with time. There are many fragrances, and I tend to favor fragrances that wear into a beautiful skin scent. Because I do like the transformation of the fragrance throughout the day. This one does transform. Of course, it's always going to be a powdery floral, no matter in which stage you catch it. But this one does transform, and it does play up and change on your skin. Now, if you apply it on your clothes, obviously it's going to pretty much smell the same throughout the day, but fainter. Which is also really great because I love the initial blast of powder that comes out of this bottle, but I do prefer that little touch, that little play that your skin does with the musks and the vanilla that creates this really enticing softness that is very, very attractive to me. So I do recommend you try this out because this is truly a masterpiece. If you love perfumes, you have to try it. If you love history of perfumes, you have to try it. This is a 2-time Fifi or Fifi, I'm not sure how to pronounce it correctly, winner in the fragrance world. It's like the Oscars, and I think it's well deserved. And also, I think if you love powdery scents or violets or those body care product sort of scents, this is going to be really lovely because this is dosable, wearable, beautiful body care kind of scent. And can be worn for pretty much any occasion. So let me know if you've worn Flower, how you feel about it. For me, it's a very comfortable scent that wears into a beautiful skin scent, and I do like to wear it, especially in winter. Somehow, it just this scent with, say, fur clothing items or fur accessories really does something very magical for me, especially in the winter time. But really, I do realize you can wear that scent easily into any season and it will fit. So let me know if you have used Kenzo Flower and what you've thought of it. If you have, I'm curious to know. I've shared what I feel about it and I feel it's good. That's it for today. See you guys later. Bye bye.